Hi guys, welcome to December Pickups, starting with me this week. We have Ridge Racer on the PlayStation P on the PSP. Yeah, never played it. It was a really cheap game with all the sales going around, so let's pick it up and then not much about the PSP version.
Second one's better. It's the same game with more stuff.
Yeah.
Like what I tend to do, like Ridge Racer 5 and 6, whatever it was. But it's still good. It's okay. It's not too bad at all. It's
and one that goes with Tony's pickup of
fantastic
last month.
game.
Punch Out. It's actually £2 from CX at the moment, not £5 like it's marked up. Yeah, fantastic game. See Tony's video for last month. This one, because front mission for the Xbox 360, just because I really enjoy playing. Very
essentially, it's just Mecha Assault.
Yeah,
essentially, it's just like Mecha Assault.
It's nothing like
front mission at
all. But yeah.
It's actually quite enjoyable. I've never got around to finishing it, but it is actually
the on-foot sections are a bit dreadful.
Yeah. It's a little bit like Armored Core. It is a little bit like Armored Core, but with like on-foot sections. It's got some customisation, but not quite the level of Armored Core.
Yeah.
But not a bad game. It's not a bad game. For the kind of price you can pay for it, it's.
I like Perfect Dark Zero. I have one copy, but as it's going really cheap, I decided to pick up a couple more copies. Joe in the Dark can't go wrong. Well, they can go wrong, and they did, but never mind this one. I'll move on to some of my Christmas presents. So I just put myself and my mother to go into the starting collection I don't have, Mansion of Hidden Styles. Seen the demos of it, it looks like it could just never get played to hit the pile.
It's one of those sort of like D style games, isn't it? It's just sort of like almost like a bit like Myst, but weird and haunted.
Yeah. But getting closer to finishing the starting collection.
Sort of like a CDI game.
Yeah. From the Missus for Christmas. She got the King of Fighters 95. King of Fighters 95 on the Saturn. What else could be said? For the collection.
It's got the ROM card.
This one game alone, I would probably say started off my love for SNK. I knew nothing about SNK back in the day. This come out.
Till some arsehole come along and cost you a fortune.
Really hard to get hold of this. When this came out, every store, which I think was called Electronics Boutique back then, all the game stores, had one copy in each. So I got my version from Canterbury, Jason's version from Folkestone, and Alex's version from Ashford. That was a long day, that was. Daughter recently sold her PS2, so I bought a couple of games of her. Final Fantasy VII, Dirge of Cerebus.
It's not the worst, it's not the best. It's kind of slightly crappy, Final Fantasy flavoured Devil May Cry. So.
And then I've got Bujinji Swordmaster.
Get, basically.
Yes, the famous Japanese guy, Asian guy, I'm not sure Japanese.
He's actually older than me.
Yeah, he looks young though in his film.
Yeah.
Basically, they made Devil May Cry and they put him in it, and this is what came out. Watch page play.
It's very weird. It's cool. It's very cool. It's a bit of a hidden gem. I'll put that for a bit of a hidden gem.
It's, must have really. But after this one for quite a while now.
Not that you'll play it. It just wants to piss me off because I want it.
I've actually got one he hasn't got basically. £20 was, I know it's a bit more than I would pay for a game this time of year. I've known a lot about it from him talking generally, and just know that the old creator of
Hironobu Sakaguchi from Mist
there we go. Yeah, and the Xbox 360 game that I get to play through, Lost Odyssey,
and also Blue Dragon. That's on Mistwalker as well.
Yeah, quite rare, quite hard to find, but first time seeing it,
yeah, decent price, very decent price.
Shadow of the Damned. What more can be said? Grasshopper at the best, really. Very juvenile. Great game. Yeah, Shadow of the Damned, check it out. One to go on with Tony's Wii video. Tank, it's a must have. Price seems to be shooting up every bloody day.
I mean, Amazon. I mean, I bought it for £10 sealed new on Amazon.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, it was back up to 20.
Yeah.
New and sealed, and the prices are rising everywhere.
Second hand, it's over 20.
Yeah, the prices are rising everywhere. So it's definitely a good buy.
Couple of these were just cheap because obviously in the sales of shit, Leisure Suit Larry, don't let it's any good. It's probably a pile of shit.
It's a pile of shit.
I played the original Xbox Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, which is also shit.
But it's juvenile and there could be boobs in it, so that's me. Totally underrated games, which I love the arse off, which is Violent Commando.
Can we say it or not? Are we going to be sort of spoilery or not?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Don't listen for the next 20 seconds.
Y Farm. End of spoilers.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Very good. Oh, my main Christmas present from the missus, which of course I purchased, is Steam Hearts. You know what YouTube is? Search Team Heart Sega Saturn. You'll find out why.
Bev.
Yeah, that's me. Vortex, Secondo no Rondo. Yeah,
Second Rondi.
which I've been told doesn't work as a disc, as he's been trying to shoot footage for it, get footage on it. But it's an okay floaty beat 'em up thing.
With
Cheap
robots
in-
and
yeah,
strange story.
cheap in the game
It's very
sale,
weird.
so-
It's,
We shall see another cheapie in the game sale, Guilty Gear 2 Overture. Couldn't be any different to Guilty Gear, other than the fact it's got like 3 Guilty Gear characters.
essentially, it's Dynasty Warriors with
Yeah.
Guilty Gear characters
Yeah.
shoved in it. It's
But yeah, again, game sale, must pick up. One that I know nothing about, but looks awesome.
Fragile Dreams
Fragile Dreams.
by Namco.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome but weird. It's not sort of sweet. It has a certain Miyazaki-esque quality to it, but it's still a lot more skew and strange. When you're actually going for the footage that I've done for you, I think you might actually be like, "Oh, I quite fancy playing that now." Because the beginning is like the most intriguing thing ever. It does tail off a bit, but the beginning is amazing. So, which you're hopefully watching right about now. Because he's trying to rush through them. I've done all this fucking footage. You will watch it. You will watch this footage.
Probably in about May when I finally get.
Yeah, when he finally gets around to getting Camtasia and can
Yeah.
edit it, you will watch.
I've got a new PC at last. I'm just waiting for Camtasia to turn up. But anyway, what's this? Mad
Mad
World.
World.
£2, black and white, shooty, kill everything.
That's not shooty.
It's not shooty.
No,
No,
it's
it's,
chainsawy and
yeah,
slashy and rip
it's
people's heads off.
No More
and-
Heroes type thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's got a very Frank Miller look, which is really weird because it's Japanese Platinum Games, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it looks like a Frank Miller comic book. It really looks like a Frank Miller comic book. I mean, you can see it just from that. That looks like classical Frank Miller, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
Sin City and
Yeah.
Dark
Oh, yeah.
Knight Returns, all that stuff. It's like classical black and white Frank Miller. And the commentators on the game as you sort of go through decapitating, killing people are freaking hilarious. I don't normally find a lot of stuff that's supposed to be funny in games funny, but yeah, those commentators are awesome. So
Next up, a pair. Dirt cheap everywhere I've been. Smugglers Run and Chew.
Run and Chew.
Smugglers Run. Believe it or not, a game that sort of slowly talked me into getting a PS2, other than the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo, which 99% of the world bought a PS2 for. Ran around with a friend Chris's one evening, he just picked it up. Went around there about 10, ended up going home about 5 in the morning after just playing it constantly. Great fun.
I think everyone you look on, like on YouTube, and
Yeah.
talking about release games for the PS2, that's the one that's up.
Yeah, it's
That's the one that
so,
everyone
there's so
because
much
it was
fun.
there was so much
Much fun
open
too.
scope
Mm.
to it.
Yeah.
It's really weird. A Smuggler's Run 2, I was playing it. It's like a night vision level,
Yeah.
and it's all green. It's like playing on the Spectrum. It's like everything was green. I was getting like weird flashbacks. I'm telling you.
And Enough Fighters is awesome collection, real cheapo. One I've been after for a while, not really seen it that often in a while yet. Before I started collecting it, it's bloody everywhere. Paid a few pounds. Contains King of Fighters 2000, 2001.
I mean, 2000 was it was basically the last one that Pop Wrestling came to.
Yeah, yeah. Before
And-
the move over to
no, it wasn't actually Playmore.
no.
I don't think. I think like someone else took them over for about 2 years. It was. This is down as being a Playmore, but I think it was. Someone took them over for about 2 or 3 years, and then they got taken over again.
Yeah.
And essentially, that's like a must-buy. If you like the beat 'em ups and stuff, it's very good. It's not as good as 98 or 2002, like the redone versions that are on Xbox Live. They can also be bought on the PS2 import. But for like a couple of pounds that you're going to pay, yeah, go for it.
Definitely.
If you like beat 'em ups, SNK, go for it.
Yeah, but SNK beat 'em ups are available everywhere now, so you don't going to play much for it anyway. So moving on from the last one's number 1, Splashdown 2. Yeah, just a fun game, racing game, jet skis, wave race style, adventure parks in this one. Absolutely everything. It's bonkers.
I don't actually. I wasn't impressed with the first one. Because like Metal Jesus was all like, oh yeah, it's like Wave Race is as good as Wave Race, but
Yeah,
and I think the water effects are boring.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
bland and uninteresting. This one's actually a lot more interesting. It's got
I
the
like-
changing weather
yeah.
effects
The
and
changing
stuff.
weather effect, changing.
And
levels
it's a
and that
lot
sort
more
of stuff.
interesting. It has like better music as well.
And it's
So,
75p.
yeah, so you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. I paid more.
That is god awful.
I paid
by
a
the
lot
way.
for this. I paid $1.99.
That is
Yeah.
god awful.
Oh, he's been shooting all the footage, so he's had a lot of these for quite
Yeah,
a while.
that is
I
absolutely
haven't played
god
with it yet.
awful.
But it's Johnny Bravo. and if it's punishment for Tony, it's worth $1.99. And how much fun did you have?
I did 5 minutes of footage, and that was the only one that I just couldn't play. I mean, honestly, God, it just went off. It was just like, no. I used my least remote control in the world and turned it off.
Next up, I picked up a couple of cool PlayStation buys from a good friend Ian over at Playaway in Folkestone. Viv Ribbon. If you do not know about this game, watch what's happening down there in Maytime.
Ribbon is a game where you blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Which should be coming across the screen right about now.
Yeah,
but,
it is absolutely fantastic. I never played it around friend Peter's for about an hour.
Doesn't seem to work properly on the PS3.
So cool.
Every time I pressed X, it would come out of the game, and I don't know why. You're supposed to press X, and I don't know why I was doing that, but I had to use it on that because of the capture device. But on anything else, it's fine. It works fine. There's nothing wrong with the game itself at all. So.
My other buy was R-Type Delta,
which I will be buying when I see it at that price. So.
Yeah, I knew it was over there. I knew it was quite cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, anything IREM and R-Type is absolutely awesome.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I would say that. It seems fairly easy. If you're used to R-Type Final, it kind of feels like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
But it's not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination, but just in comparison.
Try playing it on the bloody Spectrum.
My non-game of the month, the Sega Saturn 50 photo operating system. This is going towards my owning every little peripheral add-on the Saturn.
Yes, this goes to the box of useless crap.
Box with instructions. Can't do much of it, but hey. Next one, pretty awful game, but once again.
It's not, it's alright.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Bubble Evolution. Played it once on the PSP when I had it before. It's just that you can see them in the suits, and I like to think they're real dragons. They're real dragons. But yeah, it's Bubble, it's an evolution. They also brought out Rainbow Islands Evolution, which is an avoid like the plague, but I would love to add that to my collection. And my last pickups for the month of December is my actual birthday present from my missus, which of course once again I purchased. Finally got mine, Neo Geo Pocket and King of Fighters R2. An absolutely super awesome clicky Neo Geo. The D-pad in this is fantastic. Unfortunately, it's come along before backlit screens and stuff like that, so you have to play it in the day.
And you haven't got that choice of peripherals that you have on the Game Boy for lights and magnifiers and all that stuff.
As long as you're in the right lighting, it's really good. If you're an SOK fan, it's really good. It's really, really good. It's just...
The problem is with you don't like chibi and cute stuff, and everything on there is chibi. Everything on there.
Sonic's on my next to get this.
And it's not got it's exactly the same as the N-Gage one. It hasn't got the nasty screen.
Yeah.
It's like that wide. It's that way. Awesome.
Yeah, but that concludes my pickups of December.